Okay, we first looked at study methods. Now we've got sampling types. Gathering information about an entire population often costs too much or is virtually impossible. Instead, you use a sample of the population. A sample should have the same characteristics as the population it is representing. Most statisticians use various methods of random sampling in an attempt to achieve this goal. There are several different methods of random sampling. A simple random sample. Each sample has the same size as an equal chance of being selected, 25 names being randomly selected out of 250 employees. Are teams made up of people who were randomly assigned a number. Those are just simple random samples. There are 6 different methods used to select samples from a population. And thank goodness there was a person who had put pictures in there so you can actually see what they look like. A convenience sample. Select any members of the population who are conveniently and readily available. I always think of those ladies at Sam's Club who are serving you food. You're just getting the people that are around you. That's the way the sample would be picked, is just picking the people that are around you to ask questions to. A self-selected sample. You select only members of the population who volunteered for the sample. That can sometimes produce a little bit of bias, but sometimes, that's how they got the COVID vaccines working, is people volunteered to be jabbed to see if it would work. Systematic sample. Order the population in some way, like alphabetically, and then select from it at regular intervals. I remember we used to have one that they would say you got every 10th person out of a phone book. Well, the phone book is alphabetically, so that would be a systematic sample. Random sample. All members of the population are equally likely to be chosen. You can see that. Just pick at random. Stratified. Individuals are organized into groups, and then individuals from each group are selected. And it's got it right here. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It's Hawks and Marsh. We've got this. But you'd pick from each one, knowing that they have already been ordered, stratified, put into groups. Cluster. Individuals are organized into groups, and then all individuals in one or more of the groups are selected. Okay? What type of sample is this? Every 5th person walking out of a movie theater is asked to name their favorite type of movie. Okay? Well, which one would that be? You've got anyone? I was acting like you were teaching. I was teaching the class to you. Okay. This would be a systematic sample. Okay. They select from it at regular intervals. Okay. Suggest a population from which it is selected. All moviegoers. Okay. All right. This is systematic. Every 5th person. Okay. And slide 21. Here we've got several different ones. So, a study's done to determine the average tuition that San Jose State undergraduate students pay per semester. Each student in the following samples is asked how much tuition he or she paid for the fall semester. What is the type of sampling in each case? A sample of 100 undergraduate San Jose State students is taken by organizing the students' names by classification, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, and then selecting 25 students from each. That would be back to stratified. Okay? The stratified study, and it's organized exactly the same way. Freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And then you take an individual from each. So, stratified. I think I could fit it in here. A random number generator is used to select a student from the alphabetical listing of all undergraduate students in the fall semester. Starting with that student, every 50th student is chosen until 75 students are included in the sample. Okay. That would be a systematic sample. It's ordered in a certain way, and then select from it at regular intervals. Okay. A completely random method is used to select 75 students. Each undergraduate student in the fall semester has the same probability of being chosen at any stage of the sampling process. So that one is your random sample, a simple random sample. All members of the population are equally likely to be chosen. Okay? So that would be a simple random. The freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior years are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4 respectively. A random number generator is used to pick 2 of those years. All students in those 2 years are in the sample. Okay, that goes back to this one. You're organized into groups, and they were organized into their freshmen, sophomore, junior, and seniors, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they chose everybody in the ones that, those 2 numbers that were picked. Okay, so this one would be, I guess I can put it in over here better, cluster. An administrative assistant is asked to stand in front of the library one Wednesday and to ask the first 100 undergraduate students he encounters what they paid for tuition the fall semester. Those 100 students are the sample. Well, that one would be your convenience. He's standing right in front of the administration building and just asking the people that pass by. Okay? So that for E is convenience. And that wraps it up. Just understanding more vocabulary about your study methods and your sampling methods.